Hey guys, Magenta's back here today again with another Buddyfight deck profile. So it has been really long since I posted a video because I was really busy with schoolwork. But anyway, let's get with our promised Gratos deck profile. So haven't got sleeves for this deck yet. Not sure what to do with it. Maybe play with it or maybe get rid of it. So anyway, let's get with the Gratos deck profile. So, Buddy Monster, of course, will be First Knight of the Apocalypse Gratos. So, Black Knight, Deep 100 Demons, size 2 monster, pay 3 gauge, put up to 3 Black Knight from a drop zone, or in this case it's 5, because 3 plus 2 if he's your Buddy Monster. So, what does this much soul do? Choose a monster in your opponent's field, and you may put a number of cards equal to or more than that monster's size. Basically, if it's a size 1, you soul blast 1, discard 1 of your soul. If it's size 2, then you discard 2 of your soul, etc, etc. So as for size 0, let's see, I'm not too sure about the rulings for size 0 monster, but I think you still have to discard a soul, just like destroying size 1s. Anyway, it's a really defensive card, 5 card soul guard, or you can get rid of monsters equivalent to 5 size, is that what you call it? But anyway, I like this card, 7k power 3 crits. So whenever it comes out, of course you still have to prepare for its entrance, of course, but when it comes out it's gonna be really scary to deal with. Yeah. So let's move on with the deck. So of course we run 4 copies of the boss card of the deck. So 4 Gratos. Okay, now for the size 2s, we run 2 copies of Black Companion Belphegor. Black Dragon Deep. When this card is destroyed, put the top 2 cards of each fighter's deck into their owner's drop zone and you gain 1 life. Yeah, basically this is just to speed up your milling process so that you can get more Black Knights into the drop zone. However, this is not a Black Knight, so we only use 2 copies of this. So that's it for the size 2s. Basically, Gratos is going to stick for a really long time. Don't really need that many size 2s. So let's go down. So Gratos is the first knight. So now we run 3 copies of Second Knight of the Apocalypse Voremos. If you have another Black Knight on your field, this card gets 5k defense. Then if this card is your Buddy Monster, this card cannot be destroyed by the effects from your opponent's cards. So yeah, 9k defense that cannot be destroyed by effects if this card is your Buddy Monster. But anyway, 3 copies only. Don't really like the fact that it gains 5k defense. The defense is not that useful, I mean. Okay, next, 3 copies of Third Knight of the Apocalypse Aburusia. Alright, so when this card attacks and destroys an opponent's monster, you have another Black Knight on your field, deal 1 damage to your opponent. Then if this card is your Buddy Monster, deal 1 additional damage to your opponent. Basically Spectral Strike 1 if you have another Black Knight. Yeah, and of course, for this deck, we run Apocalypse Death Shield that can be used to turn all of them into a Buddy Monster for that attack phase. So, 4th Knight of the Apocalypse Thanatos. So, 4 copies of this. If you have another Black Knight in your field, it becomes 5k. And then if this card is your Buddy Monster, this card gets 2 crits. So you can actually spam 3 of this and you use Apocalypse Death Shield and basically whack your opponent for 12 crits. Pretty cool, I mean. Moving on, 3 copies of Hand of Murasama Katsukiyo. It's a Black Knight from an older set, which has Penetrate if you have another deep, and all of the other Black Knights are deeps. So yeah, 1 crit Penetrate, that's better than nothing. I mean 5k 1 crit. Yeah. And lastly, for size 0, we run 4 copies of Apparition Demon Knight Lesty. 1 shiny. Put this card from your field into the soul of a size 2 or greater monster on your field. Basically, you can increase Gratos' soul so you can get rid of more things. So 4 copies of this, it's pretty good. So that's it for the monsters. Moving on to the spells. 2 copies of black armor. Next time damage will be dealt to you, it is reduced by 2. And of course standard, 4 copies of black dragon shield. Damage is reduced to 0 and you gain 1 life. And of course 4 copies of apocalypse death shield. Pay 1 gauge during an attack on your opponent's turn, nullify the attack. Or during this turn's attack phase, all Black Knight monsters on your field are regarded as your body monsters. So this is how the size 1 Black Knights are enabled with this shield. And 2 copies of Death Trap. Destroy a monster on your opponent's field. If the monster is destroyed size 2 or less, you may pay 1 gauge. If you do, return this card to your hand. Basically, during a main phase, you can spam this card how many times as you want, if you have the life and if you have the gauge. So you can just clear your opponent's board with this, if you can afford to. I mean, 2 copies is enough because they return to your hand anyway. Next, 2 copies of Drink on the Soul and Power from the Blood. Pay 1 gauge, 1 shiny of course. Pay 1 gauge, put the top card of your deck into your gauge and put a Darkness Dragon World Bunny monster from a drop zone into your hand. So you can recycle your Gratos. And yeah, basically that. Moving on, 2 copies of Abyss Symphony. Draw power. 6 life or less, pay 1 gauge for 2 cards. Nothing to it. 2 copies of Dark Fog. Pay 1 gauge for this turn, monsters on your left and right cannot be destroyed. Yeah, not really that important because Gratos is gonna be in the center anyway. Next, 3 copies of Deadly Boost. Okay, counter. Put the top 3 cards of your deck into your gauge. At the end of the turn, put all cards from your gauge into your drop zone. You may only cast Deadly Boost once per turn. So basically there are 2 ways in which you can use this. So first way is of course just a pure gauge increase, and you just pay 3 gauge with gain 3 gauge with this card, and you can pay 3 gauge for the core cost of Gratos. But another way to use this would be just to use it and let all your cards go into the drop zone. Basically this will increase the speed which you get 5 Black Knights into the drop zone to get the maximum value out of Gratos. So yeah, 3 copies, really cool. And moving on, 2 copies of Vampire Fang because Gratos eats up a lot of gauge, so we need the gauge. And lastly, 4 items. Execute Sword Tragedy. Pay 1 gauge during your turn, destroy a monster on your field. If you do, stand this card. Yeah, conditional double attack. And works well with Gratos. If you call Gratos to like the right or left, yeah, you can just destroy a soul of Gratos and you can attack twice with this item. So yeah, I mean it's mainly used to get rid of your opponent's monster. So that's it for the deck profile, guys. Yeah. Alright, so hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like down below to show me some support. If you're new to my channel, subscribe if you'd like to see more Buddyfight deck profiles, card reviews, stuff like that. So also do remember, add me on Facebook if you haven't, and yeah, you can talk to me on Facebook. Yeah, until the next video, I'm getting ready for another deck profile, Omega Big Bang's deck profile. It's not the strongest deck, but it's gonna be pretty cool, so look forward to that. And of course, I recently bought a full set of heroes. By heroes, I mean heroes like Arthur, like yeah, as you can see, this all these shinies for heroes. So getting ready to make a hero deck as well. Even though they're pretty old, I still like their playstyle, so might be fun to try them out. So yeah, goodbye, take care, see you in the next video. Goodbye. I said goodbye.